But welcome back to another What If Civilization Started Over scenario. Today in this scenario, we'll be checking on where civilization starts over on Pangea. And you can see a few countries' colors had changed. Russia is no longer as one. Russia is no longer as Russia is still a similar color, but all three of these nations right here. But that's really what I just changed these as colors, and I also added more promises in. I also added rivers. Yep, we added rivers. Finally. I added more promises / states to the world. But tell me what you guys' favorite country is down in the comment section in this video. But Russia, let's get right into the video. But Russia will go ahead and expand the borders into more of Europe. Russia will take all of this. And these guys will go ahead and take a massive amount of this French land. But let's check out the filling in of the rest of Europe. These guys will be known as Rome. And here's Germany. But Germany will finally be a nation in this world. But Denmark will just get split between Norway and Sweden. But a new yellow country will form up right here. And the rest will be turned into the state of Poland. But let's come over here to this union. But by the way, oh wait, they already said that. But we see this massive chunk of this union's Canadian territory right here will break away to become its own independent nation. The only reason why you see multiple capitals here is because I kind of lost the original map. So I had to get rid of some of these capitals that don't exist anymore. Well, let's come down here to Egypt. Where we will see Egypt continuing to follow down the Nile River. I'll make the borders much shorter. But Egypt will look something like this. And the gold Indians will go ahead and expand the borders all the way over here. And up north, they have coastlines to the Indian Ocean. Or maybe this is like just all one ocean. But China will go ahead and expand the borders of their country down south. Towards Vietnam. But because the people in the south say, yeah, we don't really like this. And these people will go ahead and break away from North China. I'm going to change up South China's color to orange. And I'm going to fix up their borders. But we can check out the filling out of Asia. Russia will take a little bit of this land. I'm also going to fix up this border. I'm just fixing up this border a little bit. This is not Russia losing land. That's just me fixing up the border because I don't like it. But these guys will be known as Belma, whatever. But these guys will form up their nation down here and right here. And Belma will go ahead and expand their nation into all of Southeast Asia. Not all of it, they'll just take a little bit of it. Alright, that's not a little bit, but a massive group of people down here in Indonesia will break away from Burma and form up their own country. As we know, it's a kingdom called the Kingdom of Indonesia. I actually like this color. I actually like that color pretty well. But a group of Russian people will move down south to set up their nation. And this, I cannot speak English today. And this will be Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan will expand the borders down south for a little bit of coastal access. And they'll hook up with this massive ocean. And these guys will just take the leftovers. That's still a lot. There's like still a lot of leftovers they left to eat them. But North China will go ahead and expand their borders over here. But for the final two new countries in Asia, these guys will be forming up. In Asia, it's our first continent, actually it's the second continent because Europe is also filled out. But we'll see these guys expanding their borders all the way out to here. And this pink team will go ahead and take this tiny leftover. And now they all have one meeting point right here. They all have one meeting point right here in this tiny pistol at that tiny area. But these guys will go ahead and form up. But wait, what? But these guys will go ahead and expand their borders up to the more of the Great Lakes. But California is a dominant superpower at this point. And they will expand their borders down south to fully encapsulate, to fully take over that whole entire lake. Does it sound like you don't see this? This is nothing. You don't see this. Go, 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 go. You don't see anything here, alright? You don't see anything. You don't see anything. Alright? Don't see anything. That was never there. But let's come over here to the Middle East, where we will see a new country form up into Turkey. This will be Turkey. And Turkey will go ahead and expand their borders down a little bit. And Turkey will take all of this. But these guys from every nation will form up right here. And these guys don't really like Turkey. But these guys was formed up by citizens from almost from all of these nations. But Egypt will go ahead and expand their borders up north, taking a massive amount of land. But more of the world will get discovered. For the final two things in this video, we'll be seeing a massive new empire pop up here. And for the second thing in this video, we'll be adding capitals once again. Bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, 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 boop, bop. And here's Indonesia's capital. But I have to say, Indonesia is my favorite country now. But I missed any capitals. I will go in and add them. But this video is now over. And before I end the video, you guys hadn't subscribed, I will go ahead and let it do so. And by the way, the red team. And the red team fully took over this video. And the red team took what the flippity flip. The red team took over all of that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. And like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys. Like and subscribe because we're on a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And I believe we can get there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!